It was pouring down rain all night. Amber called in, so once again I was stuck working graveyard at the motel. Eric said he understood, but I know how these late shifts are taking their toll on him. I'll make it up to him Sunday. Lately, I feel like I'm always making it up to him. I really need to find a new job. It's just me and Craig tonight, but Craig had left for coffee about an hour ago. It doesn't usually take him this long to get back. I'm starting to get worried. First guest in hours. Guy in his 20s. Sounded like he had a Canadian accent. Nothing too weird about that. We get those every now and then in Grays Harbor. He put down an address in Idaho, though. That's what's weird. He seemed fine, though. Made small talk. At one point, I think he tried to flirt with me, but he got a look at my ring and he backpedaled for a bit. Still, at least it wasn't like some of the weirdos we get at this time of night. He didn't have a reservation or anything. Luckily for him, we had plenty of rooms open. He only paid for one night, but he said he might be staying a few extra days. Only thing he had with him was the suit on his back and a briefcase. I checked him in and told him if he needed anything to just ring the front desk. Craig finally came back with our coffee. He said there'd been an accident on 05 and traffic was backed up for miles. Whatever. I was just glad for the caffeine. It was gonna be a long night. Mr. Stevick? Mr. Stevick! Mr. Stevick! He never checked out, and the room has been locked since Friday. When there was no answer, we decided to let ourselves in and check on him. We were not ready for this. His body hung from a coat rack by his leather belt. Amber almost threw up at the sight. Craig chased after her when she ran down the hall. We called the police, but the name he checked in under, Lyle Stevick, was an alias. It was actually the name of a character from a Joyce Carol Oates novel. The address he listed in Meridian, Ohio, actually belonged to a Best Western motel. He had no ID on him. The only thing they found in his room was a toothbrush and toothpaste. On the nightstand, he had left some money along with a note that read, "For the room." The only other clue the police found was a note in the trash with just one word: suicide. We gave our statements to the police, but the detective told me it looks like it was a simple suicide, and they had no leads to suggest otherwise. We didn't rent out that room for weeks. I finally decided to go in there and make sure it was ready for our guests. I changed the sheets, replaced the towels, the whole deal. I turned on the heater and a weird rumble got my attention. I checked the heater and pulled the front cover off. The man's briefcase was jammed inside. I pulled it out and noticed it wasn't locked. I opened the latch and decided to look inside.
Grace hasn't really been herself these past few days. I guess going back into that room was too much for her. I mean, finding a dead body? That's gotta mess you up. I just wish I knew how to help her with this. Oh good. Her car's home. Maybe we could finally get some quality time together. Grace? Grace, you home? Grace!